Welcome back to Wayne's DIY Garage. I know it's been a while. I bought my first tractor. Excuse me if this is choppy. Our door butts up right up to the animals and they might try and come in. Sorry if the audio is crap. I'm just trying to get this out there to put the knowledge out there. But I'm working on the hydraulics on the 7030. Discard, it says 7010, it's a 7030 with 7010 panels, and thought it was the hydraulic pump that was bad. The 3-point was a lift in, and the hydraulics for like lifting a disc or something wasn't working either. So we thought it was a bad hydraulic pump. To save you money, because I dropped it, time and money. I dropped the hydraulic pump, sent it off to be rebuilt, and the dude said it looks like normal wear and it's not worn out at all. So he said the filters, and I'm about to put in the new filters, and so you avoid the heartache and trying to find numbers that cross match at Napa or wherever. I've got the correct filters that go into it, and this is the transmission filter for a 7030. I'm just sticking with the 7030. This is same transmission, differential, and probably other various Allis Chalmers models. But this is reusable. It is a screen filter. You can clean it with parts cleaner and reuse it. Check the O-ring on the top of it, and if that's all good and clean, put that back in. That's if you have to drop your hydraulic pump. If you don't have to drop your hydraulic pump, you can leave the transmission alone. But if you've got your filters, this is the suction side filter. This has got 2 hydraulic filters on it. This is the suction filter. It's got a screen, and I believe, I haven't taken the other one out yet, but I believe, looking at the diagram, the other one has this same screen. I've ordered one filter that's similar to dimensions, but it's for a Caterpillar of some type. This screen thing did not fit in it, so that's that. The part number for this filter in particular, again, sorry if the audio is crap. Part number for this is at Napa is 1257, and the other part for the return filter is 1256. It's a bigger filter, but they're just one number apart. And this is the return filter for the Allis Chalmers 7030. Similar, but bigger. And that's that. And the part number, this one I did not get at Napa. I ordered this one online, and it looks to be correct. This has got other information. This number is the part number for AGCO. If you look at their parts book, and if you go on AGCO's parts book, just type in the search bar 7030. Don't put Allis Chalmers, nothing. Just 7030, and this tractor will come up. But obviously it's used for, it's a hydraulic element, PT563 Allis Chalmers, and their part number, and a John Deere AH76991. And the Napa part number is the 1256 for this return filter. Doing this video right now with a shirt on, because when you get up under there to do it, you're gonna get covered in oil, and this leaks diesel fuel, so oil and diesel. So I'll probably put in and narrate a parts diagram of the location and how everything is. And on the differential, the 2 hydraulic filters face each other in a way. There's one on the right side and one on the left side, and they're 2 circles. It could be covered in dirt or mud if you are like me and you just bought an Allis Chalmers 7030. but you go past the transmission, basically where the axle comes out of the differential. On both sides, there are these two circles. In the diagram, it shows 3 bolts, but there's actually like 5. 2 of them do nothing, and I snap both of them off. But there's 3 bolts that hold it on. The other 2, if they've never been changed, will probably snap off from rust. And I don't think those do anything. You don't have to replace them. It's just the 3 that odds are won't break on you. Those are the ones that hold the cap onto both sides for the hydraulic filters. So if you think your hydraulic pump's bad on one of these tractors, change the filters first. Drain the fluid. If it's still good fluid, save it, reuse it. That's for the most. This is a rough and cut video, and sorry if things aren't up to par, but I haven't even looked on YouTube for how to do any of this, but if this helps somebody somewhere, I'm glad I could help. But I've got an issue with the high-low gear that somebody disconnected it and welded a washer to a stick that welded the stick onto the selector that I'm going to have to look into and try and fix that. So I got a high and a low. Right now it's stuck in high and welded to high. So if any of you have any information about, like, if you've dealt with it, information on these tractors is pretty sparse. Get in touch with me in the comments or something. I haven't really been uppity up in YouTube lately. I'm just general information on the hydraulic systems for an Allis Chalmers 7030. Again, if this helped anybody, you're welcome. I don't know what to say. This is not prepped or anything. It's just off of knowledge that I've acquired through fighting everything with this tractor. Once you know what you're doing, it's not bad. Even the hydraulic pump, it's 2 pumps. There's a front pump and a back pump, and I took it out with my arms. I didn't need any assistance. I did it by myself. There's a ton of lines, but they all go right back where they're supposed to go. It looks daunting. If you have to drop the hydraulic pump, you can do it by yourself. Take plenty of pictures, so you know you put it back correctly. There's a lot of lines. There's a lot of lines that go into that thing. On my dad's Allis Chalmers 7000, I think there's only 2 or 3 lines that go into it. The 7030's got like 10 to a dozen lines, little lines, big fat lines, and yeah. So that's information on the hydraulics for an Allis Chalmers 7030. Thank you for watching. So this is the differential for Allis Chalmers 7030. This is on AGCO parts book. Hydraulic system filter differential is the section this exploded diagram is shown in. So this is your differential. This faceplate right here is where your transmission bolts to. These holes, this hole on this side is identical to the hole on the other side, and it's in the same location in comparison to I forget what they're called. It's like a well, an axle well or something like that. They're both in the same location directly across from each other. This is the screen piece for the number 7 is the element kit. Suction consists of element and 2 O-rings, and then the part number. So this is changed. I changed this out and just reassembled. I made the mistake of unscrewing this because I didn't know what I was doing. This screws into this stuff, and if you unscrew it, it falls in. Then you have to take apart this whole housing, which everything slides into, your O-rings, both O-rings set in this. And these are the, can I zoom in more? These are the 3 holes I was talking about. Found out later that those heads that I snapped off that weren't being used were like tacked on heads. Just never seen anything like it. I'm not going to worry about them. But those are the 3 holes, and this is what the cover looks like. Then this is an O-ring. For some reason, in the parts diagram or the parts list, it says ring snap. They're 2 O-rings. They are not snap rings. This is the filter. This is the screen, and on the I didn't have to screw with any of this stuff. None of that. But on this filter, they're 2 different filters. They look the same in the picture, but same ordeal with the O-ring, both O-rings, same cap. The housing's different, but there's nothing. There's this cylinder thing that the filter slides into. This is not a screen. It's like almost like a valve-looking thing. In this large spring on the suction one. This is a small spring. Shouldn't have to do anything with that one, but this spring comes out with this valve thing. They look similar, but they're 2 different numbers. This does not have a screen on it. I'm not sure what it does. Number 16 cap filter, or yeah, whatever a cap filter is what it is. So changed up this number 3 and yeah, number 3 on this one too. Those kind of stay attached to this first cap. This clip thing seemed to hang on pretty well to this number 18 part. However, on the suction side, it slipped in and out of this hole on this cap, but make sure that all goes in right when you put it all back together. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know what these parts do. I wasn't gonna screw with this one because I learned my lesson not to go deeper than the filter on this one. But yeah, this is the differential for a 7030, and those are the locations, and these are the exploded diagrams for the suction and return filters. The number 7 suction, already went over that. 17 is the return element. Element kit return consists of element and 2 of O-rings. O-rings are identical for both. Part number 2. These caps that go over the filter, they are different. Yeah, that's basically it. You shouldn't have to deal with this fitting, this whatever these are. Shouldn't have to touch those. Shouldn't. If I run into any more issues, I might have to look into it. But as of right now, I'm not. These seem a little more intricate and timely to deal with. But yeah, that hopefully helps you with whatever you're looking for.